What's good, everybody? It's when I come back at you another video. So with this video, I wanted to talk about you, right? The truth about you watching this video. And to me, this is the absolute truth, even about myself as well. And this, I've been living by this, and I want this to also serve as the truth for you as well, right? I know there's going to be people when I say this, I know there's going to be people who are going to have questions. I know there's going to be people who are skeptical, but I need to say this so I can explain this and hopefully allow you to understand this and believe this for yourself. Here's the truth about you. The truth is that right now, in this present moment, right, as I'm speaking to you, regardless of what's going on in your life, your set of circumstances, your environment, right now, you are standing over your own acres of diamonds. Now, I know this might sound ludicrous if you're in a place that seems very far from that, right? If that seems to be very far from your current reality, right? You might be looking at this and saying, well, Joel, that doesn't make sense because right now I'm broke. If I was standing on my own acres of diamond, I would be wealthy right now. Everything would be going great, etc., etc. Here to tell you that regardless, even if right now your present reality may be so far away from that ideal, that still doesn't make the idea untrue, right? It's still true. It's just right now with this video, I might just be opening up or turning on your awareness to it, right? So when I say that you currently are standing over your own acres of diamond, what this means, and I have it here written on my phone, that individuals possess abundant opportunities and potential in their current circumstances, right? This is you understanding and believing that the world is yours, that opportunities exist everywhere, that they're all around you. And oftentimes people are blinded by their current set of circumstances and think that there's nothing there, that there's no way for them to ever improve the situation or no way for them to escape where they're at right now. You need to also understand that you are a creator and your power is infinite. It is unlimited, right? You can create the reality that you want to have, and you can have a blast, you can have a joy working towards that. And that begins first and foremost with investing in yourself. It begins with reading those books or listening to those audios of self-development because you want to continue growing as a person. You want to continue bettering yourself so you can bring out the 2.0 version of yourself, the 3.0 version of yourself, until ideally you bring out the perfect version of yourself. There's always room to grow and expand and be better. And why not strive to be the best version of yourself, right? Because you not only owe it to yourself, you also deserve to showcase that to the rest of the world. Because then as you do that with yourself, then you unconsciously or subconsciously give permission to other people to also do the same and to show up as the best version of themselves, right? But so of course, priority number one is investing in yourself, right? Striving to become the best version of yourself. That's number one. And by doing that, you want to essentially invest into your mind, because when you get new knowledge, new information, that is what helps change your perspective. And if you change your perspective, that can help change your situation, because now you're seeing things differently. Right? How do you expect to change things in life if you constantly think the same thoughts and think the same ideas, right? If nothing else changes in your train of thought, if you don't ever get exposed to new information, it becomes more challenging for you to change the way that you are, because you're not coming across new ideas. You're just thinking the same thoughts and doing the same actions because you keep thinking the same thoughts, right? So that's the power in investing in yourself. But understanding that you are standing over your own acres of diamond is because you yourself, that is the greatest investment you can make, bettering yourself. And once you better yourself, that's when you realize that you are not actually a victim to the world around you, and that you do have the power to create the life that you want to have and live and experience, right? But investing in yourself, that's what helps open doors for yourself, right? Oftentimes we have so many opportunities right in front of us, but yet we're blinded to it, right? We may think that, what we have going on here, that nothing is working, and that, the only way to progress is by taking this route. But there's infinite possibilities that you have access to that can allow you to progress, right? You have infinite potential within you as a person, right? The acres of diamond that you're standing on, that's yourself. That's you, right? You have the opportunity to invest in yourself, to live life with the right attitude, to live life with the right mindset so you can show up, of course, with the right attitude, so you can be excited, right? So you can learn new skills, so that you can experiment and, try different business idea, or even take on different hobbies, pick up whether it's high income skills or other skills that can eventually lead to, creating income for yourself in the future, right? Like, if we just believe that our situation is the way it is, then how do we expect to ever get far, right? There's the saying, the grass being green on the other side, that the grass isn't always green on the other side. That's because oftentimes people pay less attention to what they have in their situation and the opportunities that they have, and they go out of their way to look for opportunities elsewhere, because they think that all the opportunities are everywhere else except in their situation or in their environment, right? Here's additional information right here. It says that concept of acres of diamond, right? That you standing on acres of diamond, right? The concept of that originates from a story about an African farmer who sold his farm to search for diamonds elsewhere, right? He sold his farm to search for diamonds elsewhere, only to find that his original farm was rich in diamonds, right? So this farmer probably owned a plot of land and thought to himself, okay, I can get rid of this plot of land and, try to look for farmland elsewhere, or to go look for diamonds elsewhere, not knowing or understanding that he probably had the richest farmland in all the area that can have grown him all the crops that he needed to bring in whatever money that he could have ever wanted or needed. And he gave that up because he was looking for an opportunity elsewhere, right? See, oftentimes the difference between, like, you changing your environment could literally be just you investing in yourself, right? Because as you invest in yourself, as you improve, as you better yourself, the world around you has to match that. The world around you has to reflect that. And it will begin changing for the better, because you put in the work to better yourself, right? You put in the work to bring out the best version of yourself. And so that energy, that attitude that you show up being the best person that you can be, that will rub off on other people. People will want to surround themselves with you. People want to learn from you. And you understanding and growing, and at least speaking for myself in the position that I'm at right now, it's like I understand how valuable I am as a person and what I can offer to the world, right? Previously, back then, I used to feel as though I didn't have anything to offer to anyone or anything to offer to the world. Now I feel as though I have an abundance that I can offer as far as value to other people and to the world, that I can help improve lives, that someone can stumble across this video and walk away not only feeling more, but being more. And that's because I decided to better myself. That's because I realized that I was standing over my own acres of diamond, that if I were to just dig deep, right, that I'll reach the diamonds, that I don't need to sell my plot of land or wish that I owned the house across the street rather than the house that I own right now, right? I just realized that I had everything that I need, that I had all the answers already within me, that I was already valuable beyond measure. And so me doing this video, this is me just sharing my value with you, but also reminding you of your value as well. So that is the power in investing in yourself, right? I'm hoping that you, and well, of course, my mission, I would love for everyone in the world to eventually arrive at that understanding and that belief that each and every person is standing over their own acres of diamond. Each and every person is, they have opportunities in front of them that they can make something happen. That they're, oftentimes we're blinded. If we're in a situation that's not really ideal, oftentimes we're blinded and think that there's nothing going well for us here, that we need to go somewhere else, that we need to find the truth elsewhere. We need to search for external answers, for answers in our environment, for when you've always had the answers within you. You've always had the truth. You've always had the ability to create. And you can create whatever it is that you want to create in this lifetime. You have that power. And you will always have that power. And you can tap into that whenever you want. So that's the beauty in life. That's the truth about you. That right now you are standing over your own acres of diamond, regardless of what your physical reality look like, regardless of what your set of circumstances look like. All you have to do is dig down and dig deep, right? You need to believe that your land is fertile, which is yourself, right? That your soil is fertile, that you, right? That you are the perfect answer, that you yourself are the solution. And as you continue investing in yourself, as you continue growing, learning new skills, whether it's regular skills or hobbies or high income skills, or coming across new information and learning and challenging yourself and growing, you realize that you've had opportunities here this entire time all along. And that oftentimes we try to search the external world, jump from searching for new opportunities, jumping from one ship to another, trying to see what works. And if we don't find immediate success, we just give up, right? Some things are worth going after. Some things are worth pursuing. Some things are worth the journey, because some dreams and goals are worthwhile dreams and goals that you should go on the journey, because the journey itself is fun. The journey of growth, the journey of getting from point A to point B, from where you're at now to destination, is completely a joy. It's so much fun. And that's how you need to approach things in life, right? You want the things in life to unfold for you, and for the things that you want to do in life, for it to feel meaningful, for it to feel as though you worked for it, right? And that it was a pleasure of a journey. You want that, right? You want to better yourself. You want to bring out the best version of yourself. You want to continue growing. You want to know, understand, and believe that you yourself are the most valuable thing on the planet, because it is true. And once you understand that, that's how you're standing over your own acres of diamond, right? And I have one more piece of information right here, right? It says that standing over your own acres of diamond, it means that opportunities and wealth are often right in front of us, within our own environments, but we are too focused on seeking them elsewhere. You've always had the answers within you, right? You're powerful beyond measure. You're a creator. You have the ability to make things happen. You have the ability to create whatever it is that you want, create the life that you want, right? Continue learning, continue, right? Of course, you can go get books, go get audios, do all that good stuff to help you grow, and so you can learn about yourself and understand your true power. But then once you learn your true power, that's when you'll realize that you've had the answers and the power within you all along, that you were the diamonds, the acres of diamonds this whole time. And we were trained and conditioned to believe that those diamonds, that they're out there, that they're scattered, that you have to go and get them, not knowing that you were a diamond, you were the acre, the plot of land this entire time. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe, as we're on the road to 1 million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.